An empty statement is past statement. Past statement is used where we want to just represent a statement but it does nothing. Simple statement means all the single line statements are known as simple statements. Here are the two examples. Suppose we want to take some input, we want to display some value, then these are the simple or single line statements. Compound statements means where a group of statements are executed as a unit. In compound statements, we have two different parts, header and a body. Header always ends with a colon and a body contains sequence of statements which are indented at the same level. Next is statement flow control. In any program, we have three different types of statements: sequential, selection or iterative statements. First is sequential statements, which means one statement is executed after the other and is the simplest flow of program. The programs we have covered till now are the sequential statements program. Next is selection statements, which means it is also known as decision making statement. Here the execution of a statement depends upon condition test. If the condition is true, here you can see in the flow chart, if the condition is true, the statements which are in the pink colored boxes will get executed. If the condition is false, the statements in the yellow colored boxes will get executed. So, if the condition evaluates to true, some set of statements will execute, otherwise some other set of statements are executed. These are also known as decision making statement. Example, in real life, we take the decision in the traffic signals case. If the signal is red, we stop. If the signal is yellow, we wait. And if the signal is green, that means go. The different types of selection statements in Python are if else, if and nested if. Now the third type of statements are iteration statements, which means we repeat a set of statements depending upon the condition test. Till the condition remains true, we go on executing the set of statements. As soon as the condition becomes false, the repetition stops. These are also known as looping statements. The iteration statements in Python are for and while. If the condition is true, then the statements will go on executing up to the condition becomes false. Suppose we have a set of statements which are to be executed 10 times. We'll go on executing statement 1 and 2 10 times, and after 10 times the condition becomes false and will move out of the loop. If statement, where we test a condition and if the condition is true, we execute the code written under if and will do nothing if the condition is false. Syntax, if condition will execute the set of statements. Example, if age is greater than equal to 18, print the person is eligible for vote. Now see the flow chart, start and see if the condition is true, yes, then execute the if code, whereas if the condition is false, then we will come to the end of the program. Now next is if else. Here we execute the code written under if when the condition is true, and when the condition is false, we execute the code written under else. The syntax is if condition, some set of statements, else some other set of statement. Example, if age is greater than equal to 18, print the person is eligible for vote, else print the person is not eligible for vote. Now see the flow chart for this. Start, check the condition. If the condition is true, execute the body of if. If the condition is false, execute the body of else. And then move to the end of the program. Now the next statement is if-else statement. In Python we have the third statement, conditional statement, as if-elif, which is used to check multiple conditions. That is, if-else is used when we have to select one option out of the two choices, and if-elif is used when we have to choose one option out of the many options available. In if-elif statements, we will check the condition in case the condition is false, whereas in if-else we don't check any other condition if the condition is false. Now the syntax is if condition, some set of statements, elif other conditions, some other set of statements, and then at the last we have else. Now see the example. If the runs are greater than 100, print it's a century. If it is greater than 50, then print it's 50. If neither greater than 100 nor greater than 50, then print batsman has neither scored century nor 50. And in if-elif, if, elif, else, all are compound statements, and you can see that all are ending with a colon. That is, these all are headers of the compound statements, and the statements indented under these blocks are the body of these headers. The fourth type of selection statement is nested if statement. Nested if means if that has another if in its if body, or in elif body, or in its else body. Now see, we have four different forms of nested if statement. First is if we have if another if body. Example, see the syntax, if condition, and if the condition is true, we have another if inside it. In elif we don't have any other condition, and then we don't have any other condition in else also. Now the second form is we have another if in the elif's body. If condition, some set of statements, elif. If the condition of elif is true, then we have one more if condition under this. And if we don't have this condition true, then we will move to else part, and those statements will get executed which are written under else. Now the third form of nested if is if written inside the else body. So if condition is true, we have some set of statements, elif. The condition of elif is true, then we have some set of statements. If we don't have any of the condition true in if or in elif, then we have the condition of else, and we have another if inside the else block. So that's how it is the third form. Now the fourth form is we have if else under if, under elif, and under else. See, if condition, then we have if else under that, then elif we have if under elif also, then we have if else under else also. So that's how we have four different forms of nested if. We can use any of the nested if form depending upon the requirement of the application we are designing. One example, if the number is not equal to 0, then we will check whether the number is greater than 0 or not. If the number is greater than 0, means the number is positive. If the number is not greater than 0, means number is negative. If the outer if condition is false, that means that we have to execute the else part, that is number is equal to 0. So it will print number is 0. Thanks all for watching the module. If you have any doubts, please write in the comment section of the video.